and today we are going to be doing a yin/restorative yoga practice. Yin has a wonderful way of opening our bodies in a very different way than a traditional Hatha or Vinyasa class does. The encouragement of the practice is to simply allow your body to soften and to focus on your breath. So today we're going to move in and out of a range of postures, and all I want you to do is relax. Just feel your body completely let go and soften in whatever way, shape or form feels good for you. And allow yourself to tune into your breath, to feel its expanse and to feel how it's affecting your body. As you do this over longer periods of time in this class, you'll start to notice different types of muscles and ligaments and tendons change shape and soften in their own way. And hopefully that will bring you some relief and actually a new sense of energy. Let's get to it. To begin with, we are going to come into a seated position in either Vajrasana or Virasana. Now, Virasana is commonly seen as when you sit back on your heels like so, but in fact this is called Vajrasana. What Virasana is when you separate your feet across and you sit between your legs. Now for some of you that might feel quite intense. For me it's just a little bit too much, and so what I'm going to do is take a brick between my feet and sit down like so. The reason why we do this is because it helps us to stretch the fronts of our legs and the tops of our feet. The alternative to this is Vajrasana. And Vajrasana is when you bring your feet together and you sit down on your heels like so. And again, if this is too intense, you can take a brick or a book or a blanket or a pillow between your legs and just sit up like so. Now, what is the difference between the two? Without going into too much detail, just have a feel of where you notice the pressure in your feet as you switch between these positions. So either sit between your legs or sit on your heels and notice where do you feel the pressure in your feet. And that is generally the space where you're stretching. And I find that when I sit in Vajrasana, I feel it on the outsides of my feet. And when I sit in Virasana, I feel it on the insides of my feet, on the insides of the top of my feet. But again, this is just too intense for me. So I'm going to sit up on a brick. And then we're just going to be here for 10 breaths. So make yourself at home, make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just breathe. Think of your breath as a wave. Imagine that when you inhale, the wave draws back into the ocean. As you exhale, the wave crashes out against the shore. Keep the breath rolling in and out. Start to feel the tops of your shoulders soften. Start to feel the sides of your neck soften. Feel the muscles of your face soften. And then start to feel your chest soften, especially your sternum, the space in the middle of your chest. Keeping that sense of weight and heaviness in your body that should be starting to onset. On your next inhale, imagine that you're reaching out through the top of your head and lengthening your spine upwards. As you exhale, keep the length in your spine and simply soften the rest of your body. Feel it melting downwards. Keep repeating this pattern, so inhaling and lengthening your spine, and exhaling to soften everything around it. Take 3 more breaths here. Keep those senses tuned in. And before we move on to the next posture, I'd like you to tune into your breath and the feeling of your breath as it passes in and out of you. And notice its sound. And next, to integrate the outside world, take your awareness to the room around you. Without looking at it, just feel the space in front of you. Just become aware of it. Again, without looking at it, feel the space to the right of you. And then to the left of you. Then behind you. Underneath you. Above you. And all around you all at once. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. Gently take your hands through to your heart center. And from here, I'd like you to just drop your chin down towards your hands to stretch out the back of your neck. See if you can get your index finger to touch the tips of your nose. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, feel your body and your spine relax. One more breath. Next, slowly take your thumbs underneath your chin, and as you inhale, instead of using the strength of your neck muscles, use the strength of your arms to lift your chin upwards to stretch the front of your throat. Relax your shoulders, just let your arms drive up to a comfortable space. Breathe here. The stretch will be quite subtle. Shouldn't feel any pinching or cramping in the back of your neck. And after your exhale, slowly lower your hands down, letting your chin and your head come back to that middle ground. Nice, straight position. Good, and then from here, just release your hands down, wriggle your fingers, give your hands a shake out. We're going to bring our elbows together, bring our wrists together, and circle, interlace our fingers and circle our wrists. And then circle them the other way. Try to keep that sense of groundedness. And from here, I'd like you to take your arms to cactus arms. Take your right elbow on top of the left, interlace the hands, draw the chin down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders down. Good, move your hands away from you. Draw your chin down. And take some deep breaths into your spine and the back body now. Relax your shoulders on the exhale. After that breath out, release the arms. We had the right arm on top. Just shake your hands out, shake your arms out. We're going to bring our arms to cactus arms again and take our left arm on top of the right, crossing them around. If you can't get here, take your hands onto your shoulders like so. It's the same motion. Take a big breath in, reach those hands up. And as you exhale, move them away from you. Drop your shoulders down, draw your chin in. Take some deep breaths into your back. Good. Next, release your hands down after the exhale. Shake them out. And from here, just tilt to one side and straighten your leg out and do so really slow. It might be feeling quite tight at the moment. So take your time getting there. Nice and slow. Ooh, it's feeling super tight. But that's okay. What we're going to do is just give our knees a gentle massage. Give our ankles a gentle massage. Just to loosen out any kind of kinks or tightness or soreness. And then really slowly, I want you to sit up with a nice straight spine. Just stretch your toes back towards you, nice and easy. And as you exhale, spider crawl your hands forward. And drop your chin down. Relax your head. If your head is feeling quite tight and you've got a bolster or a brick handy, you could bring it underneath your hands and just drop your head on top of it, but you really need to make that adjustment based on what your body's feeling. Try to relax your shoulders and your neck muscles. Try to relax your whole body. And just feel the breath roll in and out. Now, tuning into your body, notice if there is a little bit more room here for you to move deeper. And if there is, you might like to adjust what you've got going on in terms of props, if you have any. And just feel your body start to soften a little bit more. Let's take a few more breaths here just to take this stretch in a deeper way. Notice if there's any other part of you that's holding on. And see if you can let it go. When you're ready, gently press into your feet and your arms and roll your spine up to a nice vertical position. Move any props out of the way. And very slowly we're going to come forward onto our bellies. It's my favorite kind of yoga posture here. Once you're there, if you've got those props, you might want to bring them forward. It depends on how your body's feeling. I like to kind of have one handy. We're coming into Sphinx Pose. So for this pose, we're just simply extending our arms out in front of us. Bringing our chins down onto the floor. And really gently, I want you to draw your elbows in towards you until you feel like your back is in a nice, comfortable little arch here. Once it is, and if it feels all right, you can rest here. And the tip for this pose here is to just tune into your breath to begin with. And on the exhales, just feel your body sink down into the hands and the legs, wherever you feel the weight of your body bearing down. Softening the muscles around the neck and the shoulders. And sometimes it's quite nice to take a brick and place it underneath the forehead. Or a bolster or a cushion. And once you're ready, after an exhale, just lift yourself up. And from here, I want you to take your hands and bring your right arm into a cactus arm. Take your left hand underneath your left shoulder and slowly roll yourself over onto your left side. You can keep that left leg on top, or you can bring your left foot behind the right knee. But that'll deepen the stretch. So just do what feels good. It's meant to kind of feel awkward with that left leg here. So it might just be a little lifting up of that left side. Might not be so much. Try to soften. When you're ready, you can gently roll yourself onto your belly and just change sides. So from here, bringing that left arm into a cactus arm, taking your right hand underneath your right shoulder, pressing into the right side to roll yourself over onto the left and just finding that pectoral stretch. You should just feel the edge of the stretch here. It's not meant to feel painful or like it's really hard or like you're straining to hold there. And if you haven't done it for a while, which is the case with me, then you might find that you are feeling a lot tighter than you last remembered. And just embrace that. And try to reconnect to your breath. Soften on the exhale. Take one more breath here. And then really slowly roll back onto your belly. Well, we're going to stay on the floor here. I want you to take your hand and cup it onto the back of your neck, like so. And from here, you're going to keep that cupping of the neck motion. Extend your thumb down the length of your spine. And whilst keeping your hand cupped on your neck, gently extend your right elbow. Sorry, I did say right hand, right? I'll start again. So from here, I want you to cup your right hand onto the back of your neck so that the palm of your hand is on your spine. Draw the right thumb down the length of your spine, and keeping your hand cupped on the back of your neck, simply extend your right elbow out in front of you and roll over onto your right side. Now you're going to take your right thumb and place it onto the front of your neck, like so. And then you're just turning your body onto its side and looking up. And if you'd like, you can take a little bend in the knees here. This is a really nice stretch of the side body, which is what we're going for. It's quite glamorous, isn't it? This should be the cover photo, the thumbnail of the video, I think, because I look fantastic. And I'm sure you do too. And just close your eyes and let's take around 4 deep breaths in and out here. Really try to soften the space underneath the armpit chest. If you want to deepen this stretch, you can reach that right leg out. But try to relax it once you've done that. Good, and once you're ready, just gently roll yourself back down onto your belly. We're going to change sides. So we're going to cup the left hand onto the back of the neck. And I line up the crease of where my fingers meet my palm onto the spine. It's kind of what I do. And then I extend the left thumb down the length of the spine and I reach the left elbow forward to the top of my mat as I roll myself onto my side. Then I take the thumb onto the side of my neck, so it's kind of on the side of the front of my chest. I'm turning my head to face up. You should kind of have a lengthening here, and by having the hand there and cupping the back of the neck, we're effectively extending it and keeping its length rather than allowing it to compress. Do your best to relax your arms here and the space around the shoulders, and then find your breath again. Notice if your body's holding on and try to soften it. Good job. Really, really slowly bring yourself down onto your belly and then roll over onto your back. We're going to close this short restorative class with a Supta Baddha Konasana. So for a Supta Baddha Konasana, bring your feet together and let your knees drop out to the sides. And then take your fists, take your hands, draw them into fists, and bring them underneath your thighs, like so. So they're kind of used as blocks to determine how open your legs are. If you've got some cushions or blocks or bricks that you want to place there instead, feel free to do so. Otherwise, just use your hands. Close your eyes. Find your breath. And to help you kind of tune into your senses again, notice the space above you. Imagine as you exhale, there's a blanket of heaviness falling across your body, helping you to soften and relax. And if there's something that doesn't want to let go, be it mental or physical, instead of trying to force that or trying to encourage it to happen, maybe just observe what is happening in your body, where that sensation is coming up for you in a physical sense. And see if you can give it some space. Just trust that it'll move on when it's ready and when the time is right for you. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. Just enjoy the way that your body feels. The way that your breath feels. Notice every part of your breath. Every corner of your lungs that it touches. Every part of your body that relaxes as you exhale. On your next breath out, just to release any lasting bit of tension, I want you to exhale out of your mouth with a sigh. A nice, smooth, cleansing breath to help you relax just that little bit more. To help you let go. keep going. And with a little bit of awareness, start to bring movement and life back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe into the nose by wriggling it around. And slowly start to straighten your legs out. Use the strength of your arms if you need to. And on a breath in, take a gentle stretch by reaching your arms back behind you and stretching your toes out. As you exhale, roll over onto your left side. Take a breath in and out here and notice your body, notice your mind. How do you feel right now? And really gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. I'm just going to end the class by chiming the sound bowl. This sound bowl is tuned into the sound of the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. That has all to do with your emotions and bringing balance into them. So you might like to close your eyes. Just take a deep breath in. And as you breathe for these next few breaths, just listen to the sound of the sound bowl and see if it resonates with you and brings anything up. Thank you again for joining me, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.